man in the passing game. It's the Ravens and the Packers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. A short throw to Ingram. Still going. They can't stop him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 37.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They run again on first down. Chubb. He'll take this to the 46. The Ravens at 13-3 now on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go play action now. Jackson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashee Rice. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here we go. Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been effective with the ball in his hands all season long. The NFL's leader among quarterbacks in touchdowns scored on the ground. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs 73 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. 7-7, our score after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he enters his final weekend as the league leader in rushing yards by a quarterback. He has been a dynamic dual threat all season long. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Jackson to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Dancing to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves them with just 3rd and a yard. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Jackson now, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow finds his man. It's John Mechie. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Moore. 35 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jackson escaping the pressure right. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on. So let's get...
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The home team's offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And you can see finding the end zone hasn't been much of a problem for him. He enters his final week of the season as the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. To throw is Jackson. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Fighting through it, he's got space. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb with a milestone, career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Play action. It's Jackson. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Handoff comes to Chubb. And fights through one man. And down to the 36-yard line here.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A give. This is Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Chubb. Touchdown, Baltimore. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Burrow will throw. This ball caught by Mechie. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The tight end in motion right. Now Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From midfield now, Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again.
Hey, we got a big
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now it's Burrow. Being chased out left. Oh, he sheds himself free. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Micah Parsons in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Here we go, here we go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A short throw to Ingram. And he's out right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Brought down at the 20. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw perfect. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit, but for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packers offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
On one, right?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now it's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Roquan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Ravens, they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they lose a tough one here to close out the regular season as they finish at 12-5. And now they'll have to see how the final playoff picture will all shake out. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank